was going through the city, and it was pouring down raining outside. Pouring down raining. I don't really know what I was doing in the city. I was just going through the city. Excuse me. So I said it was pouring down raining. And I happened to go through the back of a cave. I didn't realize I was going through a cave at first. But as I was going towards the outside of it, like as I started traveling through it, I realized I was in the cave. Now, mind you, there was a part of the cave that I was in, like right before you walk out of the cave. Like I could see that I was exiting out of it. There was a part that I was in, and mind you, it's like the cave was like going, it was like a round cave, right? When I was going through that part and when I was standing right there, I could feel God's voice very, very strongly. So not only could I hear the voice, but I could feel it very, very strong. Like it vibrated through my body. And it was just, I can't even tell you what God was saying, but it was just a very strong, it was almost like I was powering up, okay? So then as I walked on out, I had all of these bags in my hands at the exit of the cave. When I came out to where everybody was at, I had a whole bunch of gifts and bags in my hands, and I was giving the gifts away. All right. All right, so basically, like I said, I gave the gifts away. And when I got up, I was like, God, what does this mean? Okay. One, God is speaking to you. If this video came across you, God has been speaking to you the entire time. God's voice is activated in your life. God's voice is activated in your body. As if you have been hidden, because I told y'all there was going to be a time, okay, where you were being hidden, okay, or you have just decided to just kind of not deal with people. Now God is about to call you out, and you have to go and stir up the gifts in other people. God is calling you to perform miracles. There's a lot in you, a lot of spiritual gifts in you, a lot of power that resides on the inside of you, and you have to go and deposit that into others, whether it just be through speaking a word into someone's life, and when you speak that word into their life, it's going to change everything about what's going on in their life. The word is going to be spoken through with authority, breaking things off of people. I don't know. Whatever it is, God is calling you to do it. Now, when God called Elijah out the cave, because it was in the Bible where Elijah heard God's still small voice. God called him out of the cave. God told him to go and anoint the two kings and to give Elisha a double portion of his anointing, anoint him to go to take his place, because God was about to take Elijah up, because Elijah had an even bigger calling. He did not die. Elijah could not see death. Listen to me. Elijah could not see death, y'all. That's how powerful his anointing was. God knew that he had an even bigger plan for Elijah. Now, mind you, I told y'all in the dream it was raining really hard, okay? And I kept hearing in my spirit, like a few days ago, abundance of rain, the former and the latter rain. God is going to give you the former and the latter rain if you're watching this video. Also, while I was looking at something for Amazon, right? I was about to order something off of Amazon. This is in real life. It said delivered to Lebanon. I was like, what? Lebanon? Now, mind you, this is my Amazon account. I don't have any addresses in Lebanon. But it was so odd that it said delivered to Lebanon. When I looked up Lebanon and what it represents, let me tell y'all what Lebanon represents. Lebanon represents the promise, okay? The promised land, abundance, wisdom, protection, strength. The cedar trees of Lebanon bring life. It's like the tree of life. The blessing, okay? Glory, beauty, and strength, God's glory. Remember, Moses asked God, could he see his glory? Also, the fire of God is with you if you are watching this video, because the fire appeared to God, came to Moses through fire. The God who answers by fire. He came to Moses through the fire. When when he was about to bring Elijah out that cave, he broke up the rocks, he caused an earthquake, and then there was a fire that came, and then he heard his still small voice. Remember the Hebrew boys, they went through the fire, but they did not get burned. So think about the fire. It's something with the fire. And also with Elijah, with the fire, he told all the people, put the altars together, pour all this water on here, pour all this water on here. He called the fire down from heaven. Elijah prayed earnestly that it would not rain, and then he prayed again that it would rain again. So, God, if you are watching this video, you have some serious power in you. And more than likely, you are a prophet of God. Astrologically, you probably have a finger of God in your chart. And when I say God, I'm talking about the Most High. I'm not talking about this boxed up Christian God. I'm talking about the Most High Supreme Creator. The true Creator. Elijah means Yahweh is my God. So, like I said, Moses means to draw out. You may draw attention from people. The fire is in you, right? Fire attracts, right? So, people are. So, like I said, you be drawing attention, unwanted attention, whatever. It's just the anointing. That's all it is. And the anointing is basically like the presence of God that just sits on you. That presence of God is able to do all things. So you're carrying the presence of God when you have the anointing on you. The Most High lives in us. But when you have the anointing, that's when you're able to do the impossible, the unimaginable, the miracles. And that's what God is calling you out to do. Now is the time where God has already prepared you. You may not even feel like you're prepared. You may feel afraid. Elijah was afraid, when he was in that cave. And it can be comfortable. It can start to get real comfortable when it's just you and God. But now God is calling you out. You may feel like, I don't know enough, or I don't feel my power. When the time comes, you know how they say we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. When the time comes, God will perform. And God watches over his word to perform it. The Most High will finish what he started in you. Lebanon. I don't even know if I got to talk about Lebanon in this video. The land is there. The land is waiting. The promise is waiting. The abundance is waiting. The former and the latter rain you're going to have. Everything is taken care of. God said he wants a place to put his feet. God has already showed you where you need to be, where you need to go, and you need to keep the faith. Trust the Most High. And also pay attention to how people adjust when you come in the room. People start wiggling, moving. You know what that is? That's the anointing. When they start doing all of that, them demons cannot. The demons cannot deal with that. When people get to moving around, because you walked in, the demons can't handle you. The fact that you walked in, it's not you. It's the anointing that sits on you. All right. So bottom line. Chosen one, it's time to come out the cave. You are already equipped. God already qualified you. I don't care if somebody tells you, oh, you're not this and you're not that. God has already qualified you because he called you. He chose you. Okay? So it's time to come on out that cave. You have a lot that you have to pass on to others. And the Most High will show you who those people are. And it is not your gift to give. It is God's. God placed it on the inside of you. It belongs to God first.